Hi, guys. Welcome to your Virgo new moon tapping. Enjoying my crazy ass AI background. Okay, so I did a tarot pull today, and if you joined in on my Instagram live, you done seen it. If you haven't, I'll do a little quick review for you. So the themes are around oh creation, partnered. I'm like, how do I keep this? Boop. Yes. This is about creative collaboration and joining with others, letting go of your trust issues, and just leaning in to learn what you have within you that somebody else can help awaken. We need each other, right? We're social creatures. Los dos. We have Brahma, the god of creation, reversed, which means if you're not creating, you are dying. You're allowing your libido, your life force to become weak and atrophied. Ew, we don't want that. And then I have a choose your own adventure moment happening here between the Tower and the Knight of Swords, divine feminine and divine masculine. So in our divine feminine hand, we have an invitation to let our ego die, to allow a part of ourselves to transform. And sometimes it needs to happen by letting the foundations crumble so that we can really rebuild. Got to do a demo. And then that is going to lead to happy, happy times. Whoop, the 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is like our material world is now reflecting all of the beautiful work we've done on our inner world. And we're able to reap the fruit of that and also know that this is all cyclical and that when we arrive at this gorgeous moment, it's an invitation to be present, be grateful, and know that you're going to be entering back into that phase of going in to create change without, and it's okay. The Knight of Swords is the masculine path. This is, okay, I have a goal. I know what I want. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to use my sharp intellect. I'm going to use my brain and my bros. I'm going to use my fellowship and my high council, the people around me, to help keep me right and keep me on my path and accountable. And this is going to bring me to a place where I have time and I can reprioritize introspection. This is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. I can take care of my inner child. I can feel safe and secure enough to do this really deep inner work. So it's kind of like opposites, right? You can go in through one portal or you can go in through the other, which is a huge part of everything, right? It's like the divine tantra of life. And it's also something I find really important and something I love to teach and love to share about and love to talk about. So we're going to tap on this. And specifically, we are going to tap on allowing ourselves to find balance and be present wherever we are. Okay. So I want you to take a moment to take a drink of water, get yourself comfortable, take a couple of deep breaths, and I'm going to do the same. My foot is asleep. Okay. So tapping along, starting on your karate chop point with just light pressure. You're going to repeat after me. And that's all you have to do. Ready? Okay. I know that there is a time for everything, that everything has its season. But sometimes I can get really caught up and get stuck in inaction, get stuck in consuming, Or sometimes I can get stuck in the doing and the work, work, work mentality. And I save my self-care for last. And I really don't want to get stuck on either side of this. I want to allow my life to have some kind of flow. And I'm ready to let go of all of the stories that my brain tells me. All of those stories that say I have to choose permanently and then build one boring identity until the day I die. That ain't for me. All of my favorite people, all the people I look up to, have transformed themselves 100,000 times. And I know that that's safe for me too. Because if I want to live a creative life, a life that is a work of art, a life that is as beautiful and powerful and world changing as the people I look up to, then I need to get comfortable with the balance of transformation. All right, pause. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Let it go. Notice how you're feeling. I got to wiggle around sometimes in between. Do what you need to do. And when you're ready, we'll get started tapping on the top of the head and moving through all of our tapping points. Just follow along with me. The points are the top of the head, above the brows, temples, outside of the eye socket, upper lip, lower lip, collarbone notch, middle rib, and wrist points. Yes. Take another drink of water. Me too. It's like I've mostly just had coffee today, so. All right. And we'll get started. I am opening myself up to the balance of transformation. I recognize that every time I choose my direction, I open myself up to new and exciting adventures. And I can trust my inner voice every single time. Because if I'm really honest with myself, my soul is unbreakable. And even if my ego gets a little hit from time to time, even if I have to drop certain parts of my identity, I'm completely safe. And it's all just part of the natural balance of life. So even though in the past I have clung to old, dried up versions of myself, I completely love, accept, and forgive myself. And I even approve of this behavior because I just didn't know any better. And until we know better, we can't do better. Like Goddess Queen Maya Angelou said, who was a real transformer. And that's what I want for my life too. So even though in the past I've gotten stuck in one mode, and a lot of times it's been go mode. That type of life where I put myself last and I'm always on the go, always on the move. That type of life that's believed I need to work really hard to get what I need just to survive, never mind thrive. I completely love, accept, forgive, and approve of myself. And I surrender to this journey of transforming. I surrender to this journey of allowing my inner parents to become so incredible, to become my inner child's perfect parents. And I recognize that I can only do this when I allow both sides of me to transform. So even though in the past I may have gotten stuck in one mode, I may have gotten stuck in one way of believing that things will work out for me. I completely love, accept, and forgive myself. And I want to forgive anyone else who may have helped me plant and cultivate and water that seed within me. In the past, I found myself sometimes just circling in the spiritual realms, consuming, trying to manipulate and control. I may have found myself clinging. And I know that was all just fear. And the only thing I'm really in control of is my inner landscape. And because I know that my inner world reflects my outer world, if I really want to take control, I'm going to take control of what I feel and of how I feel. And if I make that my priority, I know that my material world will rearrange itself. And I'm not talking about shallow sensual pleasures, because I don't think I'm going to change the world by laying in bed and eating bonbons all day. But if I want to do that one day, and if that's what my soul is telling me that I need, you bet I'm going to do it. So even though in the past I may have been susceptible to inaction, I completely love, accept, and forgive myself. And I allow myself to renovate my inner world. If I looked around the walls of my inner world, I would like to see beautiful mirrors and posters that say, I completely love you, accept you, and forgive you. Gorgeous artwork. And none of that old limiting bullshit. Like, would you ever hang up a poster in your house that says, I suck, nothing I create is good enough, and I might as well just stay in bed today? It's ridiculous. But if those are the lies that we're repeating to ourselves, we got to redecorate, baby. So even though in the past I might have told myself some really stupid lies to keep myself stuck and small, I completely love, accept, and forgive myself. And instead of beating myself up about it, or instead of thinking that I was bad, stupid, or wrong for having those thoughts, I'm just going to replace them. I'm just going to paint over that. And I'm going to surrender to this transformation, knowing that anything that I'm leaving behind is nothing that I need to carry me into the future. Because if I want to go somewhere that I've never gone, I'm going to start thinking in a way that I've never thought. So even though in the past I found myself resisting transformation, I completely love, accept, and forgive myself. And I allow myself to simply be today. Take a big breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. Oh, yeah, odds are good. That means we're releasing things. Thank you so much for tapping along with me. Drink a ton of water. And if you feel like you have any bandwidth to journal about this a little bit, I would invite you to look at what your life is desiring and requiring right now. Which path of transformation is it time for you to surrender to? And I would love to hear about that. Please share with me, and I will absolutely celebrate with you and give you any resources I can to support you on your path. Sending you so much love on this Virgo full moon on February 24th of 2024, 2424, and wishing you happiness, peace, freedom from suffering. Later, Gators.